This has been a bit of an annoyance here, because could I finally have my pedal cam back? Yeah. I've now restarted the phone it's supposed to connect to, and it just seems to not connect anymore. I recently updated my OBS and it just seems to now be balked. Thank you, OBS, for fucking breaking shit. Like, come on! Now I missed... And also... Hello? Why are you fucking retarded, phone? Why is stuff just not working? This is also, I'm not hearing anything from my Discord. Didn't hear it calling in, come on. This is so annoying. Why are things just not working? This is frustrating to say the least. Ah. Okay, I guess we're just not gonna have a pedal cam because the pedal cam has gone strike. Well, that's simple. Hello, you have one job and that is connecting to it. Usually you should be able to set the droid cam droid cam settings. Or did it really, like with the newest update, just break my droid cam? Because I feel like that's what happens here. It's just, it broke the plugin. Yeah, there's OpenVR capture, there's Spread 2 capture, but there's like... Yeah, I guess I would have needed to update that plugin. And there's just nothing that told me that was the thing that I needed to do. And now my teammate doesn't pick up the fucking phone again. Things are falling apart very quickly. Why? It looked something...
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Are you?
Well, I'm alive, I guess. The usual.
It's a fucking hard car, man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say particularly beforehand that it is a particularly hard car, although I did tell you when I sent you the setup that it's not easy.
Yeah, I know, but it is a fun car, but it's really difficult to drive. Especially the braking.
So. It's loading all the liveries in right now. Just taking its time. ACC, how long do you need to take for like 3 liveries to load? At least so far there's dry on the race server.
Is it dry?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the setup does not have enough fuel to really go like an hour. How many tests? That's unlimited, that's good. Bottom checks. Probably can close the brake ducts one click a bit, and tire pressure should be fine. could you stop switching the perspective out?
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs. Slow car ahead.
Oh, good. Hello, Carl. Why are you more oversteering than usual? Ugh. So, Tower, why are you falling in my back constantly? Oh, there's so much oversteer right now. Jesus Christ. I guess I'm just used to the Ferrari that will always just TC itself to death before it has such oversteer. This thing on cold tires is just a nightmare.
Yeah, and I'm drifting
Car on
again.
the left.
Fucking hell, mate.
Clear on the left.
So that's a lot more rubbish done. Dutch, what are you doing? Tires are not up to pressure yet. Something about RTG is allowed. We can check once we go into. Oh, I'm just noticing I have not. I'm running spectate mode for ACC, so I'm lacking my own telemetry right now. That's fine. We're gonna solve that once I get to that.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Can increase the pressures a bit. The car's a bit notorious to be sensitive to low pressures on the rear. Minutes 11 left. Now let's see what I'm gonna get. 10, 12, 13 to. It's my first flyer.
I think I got it.
That's good.
You need to play a little bit with the car. I'm now 2 seconds faster than my last time. Are you in the server or not?
Yeah, I'm in the server.
Yeah, I need to. That's another problem. I need to fix my track medals.
You don't have track medals for Silverstone?
No, not yet. I'm obviously not driving Silverstone that much. So how do you get that medals? You know that?
4 clean laps. You can switch on the display for track medals in the settings. I think it's I don't know which sub menu it is.
No, well, I'm 2.5 seconds faster than my next lap.
Also, I don't know if the race server has the track medal requirements. But yeah, first out lap is very sensitive on those low pressure tires. Once the car builds pressure, you can start pushing it a bit.
Yeah, I have downloaded the setup you
Car on
sent.
the right. Clear on the right.
Right now.
Little bit of oversteer. Nice.
Yeah, people lapping 3 seconds faster than me. Jesus, that's 09. It's 2-minute 09s that they're lapping.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I'm filled, which is basically all I'm asking for. Not much more I can really expect from myself.
Session is now open.
Right. Pull over. Rear right got actually up the pressure in the end. Once I start being able to push a bit. Tire edge is a bit cold. Temperatures are quite cold, honestly. The middle of the tire is more worn on the rear left than the outside or inside. That's very interesting. Highly particular. colder again. Oh, there's a GT3 driving out like a fucking idiot. God damn it, some people are really stupid. It's like... I literally told that you get a 15-second time penalty if you do this. People are like, well, still gonna do it. Because smarts don't grow on a tree, apparently. Oh, well, clearly don't.
It's a really fun car.
Yeah, and it's surprisingly competitive as well.
Yeah.
Which is why I've been maining it for, at this point, quite a while.
Is the track optimum now?
On the server, yes, the track is optimum.
What are you driving?
Yellow flag accepted.
What do you mean, what I'm driving in terms of...
Yeah, and time. Like, what's your best time?
My best time was a 12 flat.
Yeah. A 12?
It was with like 85 liters worth of fuel. But now one qualifying. Yes, that's fixed my sim hub.
I definitely need to practice then to get your time.
Well, you don't want to know what actually the front runners in GT4 are doing.
No. You know the last corner at Formula 1?
Yeah,
At Silverstone?
yeah.
I had every time, every lap, I have oversteer there.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Oh, come on. Blew the lap there. On the last bend there, or accelerating out of the
Accelerating
chicane?
accelerating out of the chicane.
Yeah. We need to just get time on the board at that point. Unfortunately, I do not have actually a time remaining clock on my dash due to the wrong mode, so... so for this.
Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell.
Yellow flag accepted.
Honestly, I'm not dealing... Which gear are you using to drive out of that corner?
I think too.
Yeah, I'm also using that, so... And then up gearing to third, maybe I shift slightly earlier.
And how you take Maggots back in?
Head in, shift down to fourth, stay in fourth through the left, and then down gear to third and accelerate out of it.
And how deep you're braking? Like how hard you hit the brakes.
In general?
Yellow flag.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a load cell pedal, so it's like.
Like do you play with the brake, or do you tap it like tap tap tap, or like one straight brake?
I stay on it. In the beginning of braking zones, I'm oftentimes completely on the brakes, and then bleed it off.
And then lift it or accelerate?
I just slowly bleed off as I continue through the braking zone, so reduce the amount of input.
That's good to know. Normally I drive Nürburgring and Monza. Spa I drive also a little bit, and Zandvoort. And Kyalami I drive most of the time.
Well, I drive whatever comes up on the calendar.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
How long do I have left?
Actually I drive more on Zandvoort because it's like 30 minutes from my home.
Yellow flag.
Oh, come on.
Be careful there.
It's gonna be. Yeah, I think I have enough time to start. One more lap after this one. Yeah, enough time. Just about. Actually, I don't have a fuel display. Just noticed. Oh, I have one on the dash there. I see. I mean, I live about an hour's drive away from like the Hockenheimring.
Oh yeah.
But I've actually never been to a race there. I've been there once, but I was very young and it wasn't a race weekend.
Oh, like free practice.
No, it was like an RC car competition in like the parking lot in front of it. It was a very long time ago.
Okay, my best time so far is a let me see, a 296. I don't know if that is good.
A 2 minutes what?
2 minutes, 19 seconds and 6 tenths.
19?
Yeah, I know. First time driving the car, huh? That's so.
Yellow flag ahead. Good job.
Yeah, okay.
What? It's good or not?
No.
I need more practice then.
Well, you have like 2 hours till you go into the car, so
No, I have like 10 minutes left because I need to go somewhere.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Fair enough.
You can switch cars.
No, the window for that closed I think like 3 hours ago.
Well, otherwise I had like for every track, like all tracks, I have a really good setup for the Ferrari.
Unfortunately, even then we would not have been, I think, able to switch into GT3 because it was a sign up for GT4. So, but it would have definitely, I think, been easier GT4s to drive.
All GT4s have no ABS.
No, only the Maserati doesn't have.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Landing validated.
Just got my final attempt ruined by a KTM that lost it going through.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
What is the new the F1 turn 1? Yeah, he lost it on the exit of that and then was just right in front of me.
Oh. GG.
Yeah, P12 right now.
How many cars?
I haven't checked completely, it must be like around 20. 2.7 seconds off the pole position, which is just nuts.
Yeah. 210.
And my fastest time was a 2:11 before.
Yeah, fuck this shit, man. Oh my god. All the fucking time oversteer, fucking braking, fucking locking up. So hard. Never drive the GT4 before, like this.
Yeah, it drives more like a... It doesn't drive like a GT car really, it more drives like... more of a historic. It's closer probably to like a NASCAR and such. You have to mind the weight of the car at times.
Yeah. You really have to play with the brakes and accelerate. If I'm right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel the like the problem is on the first lap or first 2 laps or so, when the tires are not up to pressure, the throttle is stupidly.
Yeah.
You just get immediate snap
You know,
oversteer. It's really difficult. But once the tires are up to temps, it really isn't that much more difficult than a lot of the GT3 cars, honestly. Like, I would say the boat kicks you harder on TC4 than this car.
You know what I really feel the difference between this car and the Ferrari is the steering. That's from your traction control. One mistake and you're turning.
I feel like it's a lot more forgiving a lot of times, because if you get into a slide, the car will easily allow you to recover, but also that new Ferrari is at times, if you have a really good set, like, also just stupid stable.
Yeah, but I'm now more comfy with a Ferrari because I like last week I had a endurance for like 3 hours that I drive on my own with a Ferrari, and I finished like P11 from the 50 cars or something.
Was that on Sunday
Yeah.
with Aries?
No.
Okay. How many enduro races were last week on Sunday? Like, I drove on Sunday with Aries in a 3-hour spa enduro.
Yeah, that was it. 3 hours of Spa. I finished 11 or something.
Yeah, it was a Spa Enduro in the evening, Sunday. Yep, I drove there. I finished third with the Ferrari.
Nice.
My teammate
Alright,
did
I
start.
do know what you say, like throttle a little bit later. And I'm now like 3 times faster than my next lap.
Yeah. What is also like with like these heavier cars a bit more important is that you brake early
Yeah,
and let
and then you let it lift.
let it slow down. Let it drive the corner. You can feed the throttle and play with some oversteer with it, but yeah, you need to control the.
Yeah, half a 10 now.
It's not much considering how slow he was. I mean, it's not like much matters this race. It's just as long as we can have fun. That's all that matters here.
Yeah, it's a really fun car. That's not the problem. The problem is I have fucking track limits and fucking oversteer. And it's a fucking new car to me. But I really want to drive the endurance for you.
Yeah, I mean, there would have probably been further options in the future. I need to arrange stuff there, especially in general finding some endurance championship for the team to do, but like what I wanted to say that I didn't get to say when I was to you and I like just forgot and stuff was
Yeah.
I'm technically not the team manager of Team Iris.
No, I understand.
Like Lloyd Munier and Ton Law would be the team managers of Iris.
218 I drive now.
Slow and steady progress. What are you doing in terms of lap times with GT3s on other tracks?
Let me check for a bit. Finishing this lap.
No,
Then I look for you.
I was just more like curious if you had like a rough idea
Like
what you're doing.
And on Spa I drive through 90s to 20s.
Oh, that's actually fast.
Yeah. And further I don't really know.
I mean, that was what I was basically doing on the Sunday. 219s, most of the race.
No, fuck, I was 1.5 seconds faster than my 118. And I fucking oversteered in the last corner of Formula 1.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts. But I understand the car now, so it like took me an hour or something.
So you will be gone for like an hour?
Sorry?
I thought you were saying that you were gonna go now.
No. It's like I practiced the car for like an hour
Yeah.
on an optimum track.
Yeah, I mean that's good progress for you. I mean, as you said, you've driven only a couple of cars on this game on a couple of tracks, so picking up a completely new car that drives radically different from everything else in this game is quite an achievement.
The cars I really like to drive are the BMW M4, like the 2022, and the Ferrari 296, the new one. That are the cars I mostly drive.
Yeah, granted, I've had like at this point a long history with this car. I've been driving this probably for a year now.
Yeah, you know, guy, that's like if I'm more driving this car, I'm probably gonna be like way faster than what I'm driving now.
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, it is also a car that has like other drivers have told me like they've tried it and they've been like 3 seconds slower than their personal best. So it's like
Yeah,
it's been
like
hit or
I'm
miss for some
driving now
people.
my 118. I am now 4 tenths faster than my last time. So I'm getting there. 7 tenths, 8 tenths, 9, 1 second.
Personally expecting this was getting more than that. Heck, I was getting more fast.
1.5 second.
Let's divide 9. Even though we don't do those lap times, we just calculate with the fucking aliens in the front. Right, so let's go. 60 minutes divided by memory recall. And that's about 28 laps.
2 seconds.
Let's make that 30 times 2.5. 2.6 just for safety. Right. 80 liters.
2.5 seconds. A little bit lock up.
Right, qualifying is now
My
completely
fastest
finished.
time now is let me look. Fastest time is now 2 minutes 18 seconds and 6 tenths. That's like 3 seconds faster than what I said before.
That's nice.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you my other track laps.
Not too interesting.
What do you want to know?
I just wanted to like know a rough idea.
Like,
Which you technically supplied to me already with Spa.
my fastest time at Spa is 2:19.5. Nürburgring is a 1:55.9.
Okay. Well, I don't.
What?
That's fast.
Yeah?
Probably said in qualifying, right?
Yeah, we're qualifying. Like, 1:56 I said? Yeah, 1:56. Is that faster?
Yeah.
And Monza I drive a 1:486. Zolder I drive 1:39.
Wait a second. Monza 146.
No, 1:48.
Okay, that's still very fast, but like 46 is like alien.
Yeah, I know. That's like esports. And Zolder I drive 1:39. And Valencia 1:32 I see. 1:32.3. And Barcelona I drive 1:56. Zandvoort I drive 1:34. Silverstone, yeah, you know. Kiliami I drive 1:43.8. You want know more?
Yeah, that's good. Like you genuinely have some pace. I guess
Yeah.
just this car's throwing you for a loop.
No, this is like all of them are in the Ferrari. So
Yeah.
and like on the Mount Panorama, I drive. Okay, let me ask you what do you drive on Mount Panorama?
When did I last drive Mount Panorama with a GT3? I think I did no, 2 minute 02 high, something like that.
Yeah, that for me is not possible to drive because I hate the track and it's a fucking difficult track for me. But still, I drive a 207.
So 2 minute 07.
Yeah, 207.
Yeah, it's the track is like if you don't run the right car with the right setup, you're gonna end up with lap times like that.
Yeah.
I did a 12-hour of Bathurst last year, and we entered a Porsche, and the setup on that was not particularly great. So we ended up like at
You know
best.
what? If we can drive the next endurance with a Ferrari, the 2023, for me is that like a fucking dream. Then I can send you all the fucking setups for all the fucking tracks we need to drive, because I have all setups for the Ferrari of all tracks, and they're really good. Because normally I was driving the Ferrari without setups, and I'm driving like on Spa without setup on the Ferrari. I drive like 220 to 21. With the setups, I drive through 19s to 18s sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to see. I've driven. I test drove I did and when Valencia came out fresh, SOP hosted I think it was a 3 hour, 4 hour enduro, something like that. And I teamed up with Loic, and we thought about entering the Ferrari.
Yeah.
But we ended up then going with the Bentley because I tried the Ferrari with like a setup, and the car was so utterly on the knife's edge. It was really sketchy to drive, but like I got still around the circuit. But then I loaded up the Bentley, and the thing understeered like a dog. It just didn't want to turn. I had to stop basically in corners, carry the car through the corner, then drive it out of the corner again. And I was faster with the Bentley.
Okay.
That was the point of like, no, we're going with the Bentley. I'm gonna do slight changes on the setup which fixes this problem. And yeah, it was a decent car to drive, especially because this was prior to 1.9.2, which meant the tires were still broken, which meant if you at Valencia, everyone else had their tires just delaminate completely. And we were driving the Bentley, which is good on tires. So we were the only ones who had like tires on the car. But then I shot us in the foot because I put brake pads 1 on the car.
Oh.
For a 4 hour. Because in the past this has worked for 4 hours.
Fuck. Then you're sweating like a fucking fat guy.
Yeah, it worked for about 2.5 hours. Perfectly fine. It started getting bad towards the 3 hour mark, and the last hour was just paid. I lost quite a few positions just because I was holding on for dear life.
Yeah, I had that on Spa like in the first 10 laps. It was like fucking chaos. The first 3 laps was chaos because I had not qualified because I was late from work, so I cannot qualify myself. That's the fucked up thing for driving alone.
30 seconds.
And then from like how many cars were there? Like 40, 50? I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, we start. I don't know where my teammate started, but he came into because my teammate on Sunday, because I couldn't drive the start, so I got someone who couldn't really drive into the race. But like, it ended up being that due to the server issues we had, due to server config issues, he ended up having his driving stint basically reduced to like 10 minutes. So he qualified the car, drove 10 minutes, handed the car over in like P5 or something. He was running like P5 or so. Gave me the car, and because we did an early pit stop, I was last.
What the fuck?
But because you had to do 3 mandatory pit stops, it wasn't particularly much of a problem, because I would just run a longer stint and then you make up the time again.
Yeah, I was like running like 4 cars to the left. Right? And then in the first corner I was like top 10. Because always in the first lap I drive safe on a route, and that's how you take the many places.
Yeah, I've been there.
What, you know, racing or not?
We are right now on the formation lap. Conditions, optimum track, 19 air temp, 20 track temp. And some small clouds overhead.
Yeah, go man. I check you in like, I think 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's okay.
I stay call, okay?
Okay.
Yo.
Alright. I'm a bit too far forward right now. But yeah, there's about 18 GT4s. I hope you... I didn't check the overlay if that was working. Because I did do an update on the... I did an update on a couple of things. Updated OBS the other day. But I did update this morning my setup manager, which was just out of the lines to include Valencia and a couple of other tracks. I'm thinking of if I should add an algorithm that can determine if it could find new tracks, so at least you have then the option to move cars in there, even though you don't have perhaps a matchup and stuff. Actually, yeah, I've been thinking about this the wrong way around. Like, it's way easier to just supply a config file and people can then just put a config file into the ACC root folder, which solves most of our problems. And then people can just add new track names and new car names to it and write the matchups into there, and then I just load that file, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. The function for just calling the list, although the transforms for what maps to what name is a bit more complicated, but the list of what cars and tracks exist, that is relatively easy to that's called like twice. It's like used 3 times in the code base. And it would not be noticeable if we were passing some sort of text file for that. At all. Not in the slightest. I don't really want to get involved in this shit here.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
An Aston versus me. And the Maserati here.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Oh, there's such shit going on. Oh, there's a bunch of cars rejoining right now.
Car on the left.
This is not good.
On the left. Car on the left.
Ooh.
Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Oh god, I got there so lucky because I was pretty sure there were 3 wide down the inside.
Clear on the left. Car on the right.
I'm getting split now here. Okay.
Clear on the right.
Oh god, passed by 2 people. Ooh, you playing dangerous games here. Oh, there's somebody diving badly.
Clear on the right.
How this hasn't ended in like absolute disaster, I have no clue. How high am I actually up at GT4? 9. Okay, I didn't even gain that many positions. Or at least according to the claims of the game so far. I would think I should have claimed more positions than that. Considering I saw quite a few people wipe that, but maybe they were GT3s. So I missaw that. Whatever, does it really matter? Does it? I don't think so. Fortunately not quite in position to attack Goat.
Car on the right.
Oh, that's a GT3.
Clear on the right.
Oh, come on, GT3, please pass me.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I just want to survive at this point, the starting stage, that's all. The polite ask to just not get murderized completely. I lost a lot of time there in the traffic. Because one of the main sections for me to make up time, Maggots and Beckett's, was completely compromised by GT3s. I think the MUQU in general is just too fast for me. Yeah, it is a P9. RCI has just too many aliens, I think. That's the problem. And the skill gap in ACC is just too large. It's completely unreasonable that there's people 3 seconds a lot faster than me. It's just... I'm sorry, but like no. Because my issue with it is there's people who are like 5, 6, 7 seconds slower than me, right? And it's like, what about those people? What should they think about these aliens there in the front that are just so demonstrably faster than them? Is Alpine like loose somewhere around? Is there like a concept for him? Oh yeah, well I think actually in the straights he's losing. But yeah, I guess I really make up all my lap time in that section. All of it. If I get compromised for that section, it's just a lot of time loss. There's another GT3 coming up. Bentley. Boat on the outside.
Clear on the left.
No, you're getting close now. Because you're too fucking stupid to complete a pass. But while making up ground actually on the cars in front, so that's it's nice to see. Just with one proper run. Come on, boat. Get by both of us.
Car on the left.
Oh, what is it with you people? GT3s, did like your wife lock up your balls or something? Come on. Well, I guess the boat just deleted itself or some shit. Because a Ferrari is now coming up. Are you gonna actually pass me, or what are you gonna do now? And now I'm getting compromised for the fucking SS again. Okay, not. Come on now, guys.
Car on the left.
Bring your balls with you
Clear on the left.
and complete pass.
Car on the left.
And please also get by the MUQU. Pretty sure the straight was long enough for that. What is this? Like, GT3 drivers just struggling to pass GT4s at all. Come on, get your move on. Like, you guys have been already sent to the back of the field. You need to make up ground. You've had already the accident. You don't need to play. That's probably why they're actually in part struggling to get by us. Because their cars are a bit second-hand. Ooh, it's a bit wide. Ooh, invalidated but not warned. That's what we prefer to see. Oh, hello, Gaka. We're getting a lot of oversteer, honestly. This car likes way more oversteer than I'm used to it. Yeah, make him all my lap time for that one section. He proceeds to completely blow the corner there. Unfortunately, I messed it up also a bit.
Car on the right.
Ooh, I've squeezed that guy. And that's the Alpine on the inside there. There's a GT3 now stuck behind us who just isn't bailing on it. Wrong bit offensive? Huh? Was that a GT3 or was that GT4? No, that's a GT4. It's a GT4 McLaren. I did ID it correctly as a McLaren, but it was not a GT3.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
And leveraged my way by him. Holy shit, this is hard fighting. That's probably maybe he's cutting it close with track limit. The inside now. Precision am I in? P8, so it's P5 or P28 overall. That is already like 11 seconds up ahead. The cloud coverage has increased. It's slightly concerning. I don't think I quite have the pace to go with those two in front. McLaren has gotten by the MUQU as well. Alpine's still stuck. As long as these two don't get back into a fight, we're not making up those positions again. Could say, well, like, if they put the slower driver in, we might have a chance, but like, the issue is my driver is so slow. But frankly, I'm not even considering that part of the race. The McLaren is closing in on me even for the corners here. That's no, it's insane. The McLaren's e-tires, so he may not do that for long. Even though I'm never good on my tires ever. We are making up ground actually on the cars in front. Oh, hello car. I don't think I can keep the McLaren for long behind. Oh, 10.9, Jesus. The guy just went like 6 tenths faster than my quality time. think they didn't particularly put my best foot forward for Qualy. Ah, there's a fucking Porsche coming. Is he gonna slingshot around me for Porsche curves? No, not quite here. I guess I just labeled them Porsche curves. I got that much lost.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
The technique is still the same there. You know, it's a Porsche passing as well. Yeah, they're getting into quite a fight there in front. Definitely should not get carried away fighting the McLaren. I just don't think I can keep him for long behind. This is not really my race. If I can mess with the guys in front, that would totally be...
The car approaching. Watch out.
Oh, that's the race leader.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Probably a good idea to switch the headlights on. That's just trying to flee. Fortunately, my clock cam isn't working. I would have really liked it to work. Not that it matters too much. I mean, it matters a bit with this car. You do a bit more footwork with it than compared to a GT3.
Faster car behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Faster car behind you. Clear on the right.
And McLaren tried to sneak up my inside. These GT3s are chaotic. Not gonna pass me, it's just a bit impractical.
Clear on the right.
Because if he's taking a lot of time to pass the guys in front, then
Clear on the right. Car on the right.
fuck it, I'm done. Okay, stop shoving me at least off the track. Complete the pass here. Please, what the hell are you doing now? Just complete the pass already. And now move. Ah.
Faster car is approaching. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Getting some light damage on the front. Faster car behind you.
Fucking stupid GT3 idiot.
Car on the right.
Cost me 2 positions there. Because he had to just thread a needle that had just never worked.
All clear. Clear on the right.
Whoa! I'm exiting turn 1 more sideways than forwards. But it didn't hit me too hard. The McLaren got spun out in the entire mess. I hope the stewards don't think that I didn't lock the brakes sufficiently enough, but like there was fucking nothing I could do. I just committed my line.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Okay, fine. You wanna...
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
Are we going full wide into this corner now?
All clear. Car on the right.
Oh fuck.
Clear on the right.
Please continue on.
Car on the right.
I had this fucking position before. And now it's getting taken away from me because, you know, the fucking GT3s.
Faster car behind you.
I haven't touched ACC in like half a month from playing GTA, Modern Warfare 2, and started Destiny 2.
Clear on the left.
I don't know, Destiny 2 might be even worse than playing Honkai Star Rail. Genshin Impact. Well, it might have been doing better me if I wasn't touching ACC, but like I've been only touching ACC when I do my endurance races recently. They've been the only races I've been doing. I know, yeah, my Sunday series got literally discontinued. We ran 2 races and I guess an open lobby rounds technically, but it's not even like they've edited the schedule and closed the series, declared the series as finished. Oh, that was too late. Yeah, I got I lost so many positions due to that fucking stupid BMW M4. So many positions up and then just he had to decide threading the needle and take me 2 positions down.
Faster car is approaching.
Oh, there he is again. Don't even think about diving me here. You're gonna wait nice and calmly behind me for the entire corner.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Get fucked, dude. Like, seriously. Ah, so you've been playing the free content. Well, actually, I've also played for the free content like a couple of years ago now. On that game. Guess it's possible. I don't know. Man, my left hand's shit. How much damage do I have from all this shit show? 7 seconds. Not good, but shouldn't slow the car down. Probably the tire's starting to delaminate. But yeah, I played for the single player campaign effectively. And it's really not particularly that interesting. I guess really the gameplay loop is to just grind stuff in that game. And take on the very difficult challenges, but like otherwise it's not particularly that interesting. I'm a second down at this point. I guess my tires are just delaminating, I don't know. It just isn't pulling the pace anymore as it used to. Really frustrating.
Faster car.
Because it looked like I could have like a bit of a fun race here. Because the early stages looked decent and then just pace just went. How many good to pass on the inside?
Clear on the right.
Oh, that's wide. Yeah, otherwise I've not been doing too much this week. I wanted to do some coding but didn't do it in the end, and it's just pain in that sense. Although I did do some of... I've done some stuff that isn't stream related. Wind. Really nice. And some chill wind comes in for the win now. Yeah, the pace is just gone completely.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I don't know, it's completely not willing to produce the pace anymore that it used to. It's not making sense at all in the slightest. Hello car, would you kindly just bite into the road? Like, I'm barely I'm running like 13 at this point. This is getting really bad at this point. Pace is just dropping off a cliff. I mean, we're only halfway actually through the stint so far. Thought we would be further, but no, we're only like 30 minutes into it. Like, where is the pace going right now? This car should be fine at this point. It's not warm, it's... Where's just all the pace suddenly going? That's half a second faster than last time around. Ah, there's a GT3 coming.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Faster car approaching. Watching out. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Hey, could you play fair and give the position back after I get shoved off the fucking road by GT3? Like, come on. Play fair.
Car on the left.
Come on, GT3, dive both of us.
Clear on the left.
Oh, come on, what is with your balls?
There's light damage on the left of the car. Clear on the left.
What is wrong with you GT3 drivers? Have fucking no balls and then just drive into my car. Ugh.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
What do you mean? What is with what? It's like, you know, I got shoved off by the GT3, so it would be nice if if he just waited a split second and landed the position, but then the GT3 comes around to pass us, dives me, doesn't dive the other guy, and then when I have to go around the outside of the GT3 again to stake my claim on the position on the other GT4, what does the GT3 do? Well, he understeers into me and rams me off the circuit again. It's like, come on, guys. What is wrong with you? Also, what is wrong with this car that's leading so much pace suddenly? Position am I now due to all of this? Back to P11. I guess the natural order is starting to be restored in terms of the qualifying order. Why the hell am I so much faster this lap than the previous one? Like, I've been struggling to stay into 12s, but like now I'm suddenly lapping like below 12 again. What is this? Yeah, I was slightly faster than him. Not by much, but not really enough to really make a gain, but yeah. You take whatever you can freaking get at this point. And the guy behind me again is... Oh yeah, that's the McLaren that got taken out with me. That's why he's gaining. My chat briefly disconnected, that's interesting.
Car on the right.
That's the race leader again. He completely snuck up on me. He did not warn me for blue flags. Oh well, probably the VOD is gonna prove me wrong, but I did not have any warning, I felt like, for the blue flags. Oh well, enjoy your time. Yeah, I'm being completely gapped by the MUQU. Previously, I ran away from the MUQU.
Approaching. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
It's very frustrating to just see everybody not suffer from like anything. Like I expected to suffer a bit from tire wear, but like not as early as I did and not as hard as I did. You know, I expected the others to also like start dropping some of their lap time. Well, they just refuse. I think part of the problem is just the GT3 drivers being absolutely biggest assholes that we have on track. Like their complete and utter inability to respect slower class cars. Oh, there's the boat coming finally.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Like, I gave you a fucking opening there and a half.
Car on the left. Faster car is approaching. Clear on the left.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You know, I didn't even need even more time lost, but like a fucking stupid GT3 to like, hey, let's skip the chicane. You know, that's... Come on. Like, I didn't get involved in the fight with the McLaren to not lose time, and then I anyway lose like 3 seconds because some GT3 moron is like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna jump the chicane. Make you take evasive action. Luckily for the McLaren, he didn't clean him off. Seriously, these aliens that they put in everyone in the start are just the worst drivers that I've seen. I mean, the reason is relatively understandable because they're all pushing to 2000%, driving on their rails. Their cars would not actually stick to the road if they made any evasive action and drove a slightly different line. They couldn't keep those cars on the road. Cars so on the edge setup wise.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car is approaching.
Ah, missed the apex completely there. What is this Porsche driver doing? Like, he's completely missing the corners.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
This is just not stopped being fun relatively quickly to all the damage is collected.
Losing to the car ahead is sector 1. Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Faster car coming up behind you. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the right.
Second time that thing fell off.
Faster car is approaching.
Holy shit, how deep that guy's in it. But it's not that surprising. Come on, get out of this corner. It's not rocket science. Yeah, this is set as a bit too unstable at times. Why are you locking the rears into there? Lamau, one of the Porsches in front, has a drive through it. Because these guys can't even stay on the track. I mean, I've left the track quite a few times recently. So I'm struggling to stay in control.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind you.
There's the V12.
Car on the right.
Running 14.
Clear on the right.
What people did they crew that thing with that they're capable of running 14 with this field of utter aliens? Hello, car, would you kindly not oversteer like crazy?
Clear on the left.
Barely able to keep P13 and class behind me. Bad this has gotten. How bad is the damage, by the way, now? 12 seconds. Well, that maybe explains something. Not really, but like... come on, turn! Bite into the road, for fuck's sake, tires. Stop go 10 seconds for the Beamer. Oh, they took their time to assign that penalty. That's probably for the incident with me. Ah, he deserved that one. Completely. stupidity.
Faster car behind you.
Bleeding so much ground now. The fact that I was able to keep with them is astonishing at all. I guess in some ways natural because this car drops off usually.
Clear on the left.
I expected myself to be a bit faster than this.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
How many also of these like guys who have the same livery is running in this race? Like everyone seems to be running that livery.
Faster car is approaching.
Also, didn't my teammate say he would be back in about 45 minutes? Well, technically it's been only 50, so not too much late. Not concerning amount late, that's the least to say. So, that's nice. I do have to then.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
What are you doing, Porsche driver, in terms of like... He was not capable of getting alongside me prior to a wreck, so he was like not closing in at all. Like, what the hell are you doing? And my chat disconnected again. Yeah, I can't escape actually from the guy behind. He's suffering more, I think, in traffic than me. Otherwise he would be faster. Or at least that's the impression I'm left with. My car's just not willing to go a faster pace. It's just refusing at this point. Ah, there's sparkles in the pits now. Serving his penalty. Maybe it's now finally calming down. After all we're done with like the first few traffic hits, everybody's now spread out. Especially GT4 field. Just drive in peace basically. Oh man, this is just too many aliens.
Faster car approaching. Watch out. Car on the right.
That's very sweet of
Clear on
him.
the right.
Despite me not particularly playing ball with him, he still found a nice way around me. Oh yeah, Sparkle's not behind again. Guess he still hasn't fixed his car yet. Oh come on, understeer.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. There's a slow car behind.
Oh, one of the Alpines got spun there. Unfortunately, he's obviously going before I come there. And what?
Faster car coming up behind you.
That's embarrassing. That's really weird, that spin. I have no clue why the hell that happened. Radeon just noped out of there all of a sudden.
Stint is ending soon. Just a few more laps.
Well, I didn't need to lose another 10 seconds, you know. This has been embarrassing, my performance here. Yeah, I probably should have softened the rear suspension and get perhaps a bit more grip. It's just, I haven't familiarized myself too deeply with this car since 1.9. And I feel like they've made it literally more hard to drive. Compared to everything else, this car was easier to drive prior to 1.9. While every other car got easier to drive since 1.9. Very strange stuff. Oh, I got a fucking penalty for what? What did I do, huh? Oh, come on, I have enough fucking bullshit to deal with. Is it because I slightly lifted off the brakes in that massive wreck? Because otherwise I've not done anything. Let's be very blunt about that. I've not done anything wrong. I've been shoved off the road enough times. That penalty is bullshit. That's bullshit. Just ensures me actually dropping a bunch of positions now with the pit stop. Is it like everybody falling off now, finally, their tires? Because I'm suddenly going normal pace with them. Or is it just they made a mistake, everyone, and it's dropped back a bit? But yeah, this is now really hurting me. Because I'm gonna be thrown back with my repairs and everything. No, well, I think actually my car's suddenly going fast again. Which is really strange considering it's like, yeah, I spun the car and now it has a pace again. Although it doesn't have that much pace because I lost sector, I dropped everything again. In the end I still ended up going slower than the car in front. Like for the first half of the lap it was good and then it suddenly stopped being good. You know, fucking classic. There's nothing... the more things change, the more they fucking stay the same as always. It wasn't enough to be demoted back to P12. It was already quite a bit of humiliation. No, it's... I get demoted to P13 additionally. It's like we're so far back, it's not even funny. Like this car is capable of winning races on the circuit. Unironically. This gives the idea of like these fucking aliens here that have to, as always, ruin everyone's fun by driving way too quickly. Why is this guy dropping so much time in this section here? Like he's driving a Chevy, he shouldn't be dropping that much time. My brother and Christ, we have enough time for 2 more laps. Right now the car's going okay, pace-wise. It makes it really strange with how the car continues to wanting to oversteer into the corners. Tire pressures are fine.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Fuel running low. Left box.
Yeah.
Faster car coming up behind you.
And we have also only time for this lap. That's it. Okay, the others have pitted now. I didn't actually check the GT3 bolt on.
The faster car is approaching.
Because I've been thinking like the GT3 times seem a lot more attainable for some reason. Probably they are because, you know, you have a lot of traffic, so if you're just a bit better with traffic management, you can go faster than a lot of the other people.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car approaching. Watch out. Car on the left.
While the GT4 you do not gain anything because you can't really choose when a GT3 is gonna pass you. You just have to sort of like deal with it, unfortunately. Oh, come on.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Box is very far on the front. Oh. As I arrive, someone else is leaving. I undershot quite a bit. I put a fresh set of tires on. And also someone else fighting at some point, and they're just leaving as I fill on the fit. Oh, it's just pain. You just see all the positions that like belong to me at some point go. There goes actually the that guy as well. Have to wait for my repairs to finish. And I have to wait for the 5 seconds as well. Painful. Come on.
Come on, go. Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs. Faster car approaching, watch out. Yellow flag, be careful there.
I forgot to save the replay.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
You know what? I'm gonna roll the dice here. There's an aim key. That worked.
Faster car approaching, watch out.
So 4 seconds up ahead.
Car on the right.
But Edwards ended up behind me. Fresh tires, there's a lot of grip. Just drive it off the corners. if he had looped it.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
At least something to run down here. This is just another case of like, RCI has the rails to check after Sunday. Saturday, Sunday was just too good of a performance 2 days in a row. Catch, we did finish actually the 3-hour race on the lead lap. I think, and yeah, also the 6-hour race finished on the lead lap, so there's that.
Gaining on the car there in sector 1.
Lapping mid-12s. Pace just isn't good. Let's be real about that. Doesn't matter. At the end of this stint, I'm anyway gonna hand over to my teammate, who's gonna go, well, at best 15s. Stewards might start doing something about him because of how slow he would be going. It's funny because like we weren't actually, like, despite being utterly uncompetitive at Bathurst, we weren't that slow, right? Edwards was given a 15-second penalty. Well, that's interesting.
Faster car behind you.
Honestly, in my opinion, there's too many penalties for GT4s.
Clear on the right.
GT3 drivers clearly at fault for everything. It's only half a rank. He's got 22 seconds up ahead. Man, we just got mugged completely there. Rosecam and his Camara should be behind me easily. He's not that good.
The faster car is approaching.
Despite how little the pace difference was like in qualifying, like we're actually pretty tight together. It's like the field spread in GT4 has been massive. Everybody has spread out so much.
Car on the right.
Junon is out of the pits right in front of us. And then I forgot to upshift. Must have served the driver or something. If he did, he's gonna just disappear into the distance in a moment. So, you know, he had to come out in front of me instead of behind me. But just far enough in front of me that I noticed him coming out.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
They're not doing anything, but still there's just no opening for some reason. That's fun. Oh, let's save my brain now. Oh, come on, brakes. You know, you could turn up for the event.
Approaching.
Slow the car down, actually. I think what isn't helping me either is that I'm so... It's like I'm starting to struggle to keep being awake. I had like 2 hours of sleep last night. I'm generally having a mental fucking breakdown, Jesus Christ.
Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
Thank you for costing me a bunch of time. That was really appreciated.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Guess not being stuck behind him directly is helping pace.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
And Yunan lost quite a bit of time there in traffic. I think he would have otherwise escaped.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag in sector 1. Gaining on the car in sector 2. Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That's... yeah, it's not nice. I think that might have been even the same beamer that did it to me. Threw me completely off track in that case. I wanna see if I can get Yernan. Just wanna see. Following around the circuit behinds. Our friend there is not gonna help me figure that out. I think that is the second driver in that car and he's a lot slower. Like not a lot, but like it's just enough, I would say. I think there might be quite a few teams where there's a skill gap between the lead driver and the second driver. Quite a sizable one. Fortunately, my team is gonna take the cake for that. Not because I'm particularly fast, but my teammate be really not in groove with this car. Yeah, and I can't blame him too much about it. This setup could have been better. But hey, I'm in this race anyway at the end of the day. Because I thought it was done for last night. Stayed at fourth there. Not the ideal way, but good enough.
Car coming up behind. Watch out.
There's the beamer coming by again.
Clear on the right. A faster car is approaching. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Oh, mom. Oh, it's you. Oh, yeah. How are you doing? You've taken, I think, a bit longer than 45 minutes. I think you told me 45 minutes, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, I mean, you're in the car in about... when is my stint time run out? 50 minutes? Just under. Can't do more than that. Stint time as I did, we have to. It seems the second drivers of most teams are a bit more reasonable in terms of pace. Oh yeah, you didn't even know it, you don't even know anything because if you haven't looked at the entire replay since the start of it, it's like... Because yeah, I made up some positions at the start and got sent backwards by some very aggressive GT3s. They continued to hit me throughout most of the first stint. It was way too much aggressive driving. Frankly, it was a miracle that most people completed lap 1 because there were inches between cars. Yeah, I lost a bunch of positions towards the end of the first stint. Tires dropped off, everything. Didn't quite work.
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
And then headed into... Had to do repairs on the car and also serve a 5-second penalty for I don't know what the hell I did. Existing, I guess. And that threw us a bit back.
Clear on the left.
So I think we're running P13 in class right now. I mean, it's on the stream, but not for me visible. Would have to turn a page for that. Find out. Yeah, I've been trying to close in Jönen, who had a few laps ago, well, quite a few laps ago at this point, come suddenly out of the pits in front of me.
Faster car is approaching.
But on the other hand, he just gapped me with like 2/10. And 2/10 are 2/10, they're not really gains or anything, that's just variance. Nothing major. Yeah, tires fell off relatively quickly. been a bit frustrating to deal with.
The faster car is approaching.
I mean, it shouldn't be too difficult to get in the server. Except you mean get in the server on time, because you're obviously not right now in VC, you're just...
Car on the right.
I push talks out just in case, so I can talk. And both would like...
There's a slow car up ahead. Faster car approaching. Watch out.
what is it? Yeah,
Car on the left.
I guess your issue would be that you might struggle to be back in time to get on the server.
Faster car coming up
That's just
behind
it. I mean, considering the pace that is today from other people, I honestly don't mind. Like, considering I'm fighting here for 13th out of 18 cars,
you. Clear on the right.
yeah, this is bad. Well, I am 13th, I'm fighting for 12, but like,
Watch out.
you know, 12 was running away from me, so it's like... It gives us the rough idea of how things are going right now. They're not going favorably.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I think my pace is deteriorating. I can
Yellow flag is set to
struggle to stay in the 12s. I was fast on the first stint, at least in the beginning. I guess I'm taking care better of the tires now. That's obviously hurting the pace of it. Ah, the track metal issue. Yeah. It shouldn't be too much of an issue to get those. Although it does take about 10 minutes. You can do it in any car you want to. You just need to cleanly get around the circuit for 4 laps consecutively. And the advantage is it does start counting after the first microsector on your outlap as well, so that's for the third track medal. First track medal is a single lap. The second one is
faster car is approaching.
2 clean laps, and the third one is 4. The issue with the third track medal, the issue with the Maserati specifically when doing the track medals is the game, well, it does ruin my consistency rating literally driving the thing. So my car control and consistency ratings don't go down when I drive this car. So there's a high likelihood it starts claiming that the lap isn't clean because you slid a bit. You're home in 4 minutes, yeah. I mean, that still leaves you with about 40 minutes till my stint time runs out. Like 30, if you give yourself a bit of time to get on the rig. Don't worry too much. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Look. I mean, I've been actually struggling here with my own car. I don't think I've driven it too much since 1.9 came out. And I feel like the car has become more difficult to drive in 1.9. Previously, the throttle was a lot more forgiving.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
It is interesting that this car has gotten more difficult when, well, every other car has gotten easier to drive. More forgiving. Well, this thing... Well, I have spun there already, so... Take that for what you will. Cost me quite a lot of time. I've also moved brake bias forwards because the car was oversteering on the brakes. It might worsen the brake locking, but I honestly don't think it did too much on that front. Should have probably done a few more changes on the set. I had driven the car. I drove it for like 4 races. Which races did I drive since 1.9 came out? I drove the Maserati Championship. I drove round 3, which was in the rain. Round 4 was dry to wet in Sandvoort, and due to this we didn't run out of tires. I also got another win there because I got hit by too many cars. And round 5 I think was Laguna Seca. It was after the fix. But it... Hello there.
Position?
What?
What is your position?
13th, I think?
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Yep, I'm in.
Faster car is approaching. Watch out.
What?
I am in.
You're not... Oh, now you're shown. Okay.
Car on the left.
Okay,
Clear on the
position.
left.
Overall 37th.
Faster car is approaching. Watch out.
Okay. Yeah. I'm set.
Good, I have another 38 minutes on the stint timer, but I also used the stint timer fully out in the first stint, so... I don't know if I drive to the hour mark, which would be 27 minutes, or if I drive the stint timer out. I have to see that. Come on, that's the GT4 leader.
Verstappen.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Faster car coming up behind you. There's a slow car ahead.
But yeah, I've actually spun on that corner now once, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Set.
Keeping the gap roughly stable to the guy with his 15-second penalty lines. 210 stable.
Faster car coming up behind. Watch out.
That's just not something my car will give. Maybe prior to 1.9, but 1.9 nerfed me so much. It's absurd.
Everything is looking fine.
What is looking fine?
Like driving.
Yeah, I did say that I feel like the car has gotten more difficult to drive since 1.9. I've not driven it, I think, too much since the update. I feel like it might have needed a few more steps to on the setup to wheel it in. Fortunately, we're now kind of stuck with it.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out.
What I also did is move the brake bias forward because it started to develop oversteer into corners quite aggressively.
Car on the left.
Yeah, that's what I meant
Clear on
before.
the left.
I know the car usually wants more forward brake bias for lower fuel loads. It's more noticeable with this car than compared to cars that have ABS.
Faster car behind you.
Alfonso. Yeah, that's not Alfonso.
Clear on the right.
It's not Alfonso. It's a different guy. Yeah, Jurgen mainly loses his time through traffic rather than anything else. Wait a second, that's not the MUQU for position. That guy's not fast at all. Oh, he's giving him a 5-second penalty.
Gaining on the track ahead is sector 3. Faster car approaching. Watch out.
has removed itself.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster cars approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Leg is urine actually on the other guy. Feels less like I gained that time on the MUQU and more like the MUQU lost that time.
Yellow flag in sector.
Ooh. Just casually going through wide into that corner. Come on, MUQU, you can hold on for a bit longer.
Car on the
Because
left.
I want to get involved in that as well.
Clear on the left.
Let me drop in here.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car behind you. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
GVs!
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ugh.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out.
That's fucking awkward as all hell. I just pushed it a bit too far. I had to
Got
push it.
damage?
Don't think like there's much. 1.5 seconds. Negligible.
That's nothing.
Yeah, we both kept it out of the wall.
Luckily.
Yeah, this race hasn't been quite going my way at all. Setbacks like that have been happening.
Well, shit happens. He is struggling.
God, they caught me out.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind. Watch out. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Faster cars approaching.
Nice drift.
It's the easy one.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Compared to the snap that I had for the
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
kink, that was nothing.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
There's a V12 in this race, by the way.
Oh. Is he flying, right?
Oh, he's running P18. I have seen them higher up than that before.
Oh. It's never an alien.
Car on the left.
Well, I don't think the BOP is too well for that car on this track. It still works well at Bathurst, but like not here.
Car is approaching.
No.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
7 minutes left.
Where's my stint timer there? 18 minutes on the stint timer.
18 minutes.
Yeah, the stint timer gives me another 18 before I have to pit.
Okay.
Oh, that's
What do you want?
I think I'm going in the middle.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
It's 18:10 already.
Or at the 2 hours mark.
I should tell you when the 2 hours mark is.
Yeah, sure.
Was closing in nicely to that guy and then just dropped back again. That's how the traffic ebb and flows. It's not us. Got the penalty there. Yeah, we're losing 4/10 a lap right now. Really not good. How's it starting to go? They got a second wind there, it seems. Union is dropping back quite a bit right now again. It's unfortunate. If I hadn't made my stupid mistake, I would have been there to fight Union. But oh well. I have to settle with this. Settle with the 140. I'm running still in P13. Well, for now at least. Fast gap lines. P15. Not that large. So when a penalty comes, it's gonna hit us pretty out. Are there 2 Camaros in this race? Oh, whatever.
Be right back.
Okay. Front right, I think I've punctured that one because we're dropping pressure on it. It's a bit low. Not too low. For the pressure ranges work these days, it's like, you know, running out of it isn't really too much of a deterrent. Pretty sure, man.
Car on the right. Gaining on the driver ahead, sector 3. Clear on the right.
I have only about 11 minutes and stint timer, so we'll have to pit sooner rather than later. So
You're at the halfway mark, keep pushing. Faster car coming up behind, watch out.
just under 2 hours remaining.
Car on the right.
More than enough fuel right now. I've actually drawn a large enough gap for, in case of a 15-second penalty, to keep this position. The fact that the car behind has been dropped back so far.
Stint is ending soon, just a few more laps. Faster car approaching.
Unit is slow. Oh, that's interesting.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
The events are developing very quickly here.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Get them work behind us pitting. I can't pit yet because I'm waiting for my teammates to come back. How many laps do I have? I think I have about 4 laps including this one remaining. Are you back?
Faster car is approaching.
Yeah, I was gonna run sooner and later out of time. At this rate, this is gonna get close.
Car on the left.
Low there.
Clear on the left.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Okay.
We are over the halfway point now.
You want me to drive?
I'm completing this lap and then the next one I'm coming in.
Okay.
Faster car coming up behind you. Yellow flag, be careful there.
Must be someone in the pits.
Pressure was on the right front.
Yeah, there's a punctures. Hasn't formed me now. I've guessed that, but you know. But I've been such slow punctures that it just didn't matter. It reduced the pressure swing click. I mean, he's not gonna push the tires as hard, so it's just slightly increased them
Faster
probably.
car approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car coming up behind you. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
In.
Preparing.
Somebody has knocked the sign over. It's late. It lay, at least on my end, it laid like 1.5 meters behind its line. Alright, now if you select it, I'm filling up to 80 liters.
Yeah.
I've not been lining up tonight, well.
Wait, I can see my line.
What?
Never mind. You counting down?
Yeah, well. Okay, 10 seconds.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I have no race line. Oh, yeah, I have it. Oh no, I don't.
What? You have no mirror?
No, I have no race line.
Yeah, that's expected.
It's what I mean. Fucking hell. Try my best, mate.
Is this the worst thanks for?
That's gonna be a problem, mate.
Yeah. Just take it easy, let you feel it in. Do you have braking markers?
No.
Well, I guess I can supply you some. I brake it when the green stuff starts there. Yep. Perhaps a bit later than that. You can take this corner flat technically. And there you brake a bit before the curbing starts.
Oh fuck, I didn't see him.
Do you have a working mirror? Because that's quite important, having a functioning mirror.
And here?
Brake like 2 car lengths before the marker. You're feeling the throttle, I think, a bit early there. The 50 markup. Ooh, brakes.
Fucking hell.
Or was it the 100 marker? I don't know. It's somewhat weird, like it's just subconsciously for me, but like figuring out which marker it is while not driving is difficult. Also, yeah, it seems it's taking the stewards quite a bit of time to... Yeah, for this corner you need to brake between the marker board and the curbing starting. Right about in the middle between those two.
Yeah, I need to come in.
And here before the curb starts.
And here?
When the green stuff starts. And you can go a bit earlier on the throttle again there. And here perhaps briefly go up to third and then click it back down to second, which allows you to probably time the the braking zone also pretty well, because it's roughly 1 downshift long. You should probably start accelerating later in that corner.
I missed my brake zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not braking hard enough for that corner. You need to fully step on the brakes for that. He's getting confused with his own gears, I'm noticing. And just like sometimes
Fucking
just
hell, mate.
and sometimes just forgets to brake like that.
So fucking annoying. For the green, right?
Yes. Also stay in fifth there.
And here?
Curb.
In this corner, where should I brake?
2 count lengths before the marker.
Right here.
And then keep slightly trail braking.
Like that.
It was mainly for the previous corner.
Sorry?
It was mainly for the previous corner. No, that's more like it. I think what I do different in Maggots and Beckets is I probably drag the brakes into till the apex.
Go on then.
That Bentley has been always very reserved. He dropped at the start behind me and took quite a while to get by. Start getting right here. Lost quite a lot of ground now on the Alpine. Not Alpine. Oh, Goat is behind him? What the hell? Oh yeah, right. They had the penalty, but like, still, we're bleeding a lot of ground here pace-wise. So it's like, how the hell are these guys so far behind? Yeah, they're what 30 seconds maybe. 25 seconds, somewhere like that. And,
fuck?
Alright, that's kind of good. Pass.
Yeah, drive through. What the fuck, mate?
Yeah, if you skip that section so hard, the game was just immediately drive through.
So hard, man. Yeah. Fuck this game, mate.
That was too late on the brakes. In general,
Just the car doing. Should I do the drive-through?
yeah. Not here. Wrong pit entry.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Okay, if you want to retire,
I'm fucking done, mate.
I'm so sorry that I've dragged you into this.
I'm fucking done with it.
I mean, he didn't.
I'm so fucking done. I feel sorry for you too.
Nah, it's my fault. I dragged you into this.
Yeah, but I had a big mouth. Yeah, I can. Yeah. Fucking brakes are also done.
Ooh, no.
What the fuck, man? Yeah, puncher. Good, man.
How bad is the puncture?
Like real bad.
Like, what is your pressures?
0.0.
Oh, you've completely blown the tire.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck I did that.
No wonder you're not getting stopped for anything. You've just... Oh, you probably flat spotted him to death, I guess. I don't know. It's. I've not seen that before.
I don't know how I did it. But it's so annoying.
If you want to retire, then just pull over and park it. And escape to the pits. Before we take any more people out at this point.
Yeah, fuck, man.
This is...
Are you going to the garage?
Yeah, just return to the garage. I mean, you could also press quit, but like...
Mate, I feel so fucking annoying. Fuck, man. Fucking no lines.
Yeah, most servers disable that. That's common practice.
Fuck.
It sucks if you're not too used to racing games, I guess. And for me, I started sim racing really with R Factor 2, and it's like that game didn't even support those. I think they might now, but I don't think they ever supported for like when I was playing it actively. So I never raced with lines. But I mean, I pick up a track in like 5 laps or so. But, I mean, I've done 1,000 laps on the circuit probably over the years. It's like, but I pick a track up and like I will not improve after those 5 laps. So that's, I guess you can at least improve afterwards still.
What? Sorry?
Like I was saying, like I'm used to running without racing line because I started sim racing in a game that didn't have it.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I've driven a lot of circuits a lot of times in different games, so it's like...
You know what is the difference? I sat in a car with no, like it's a GT4. I'm driving normally GT3 with race line, with no assist.
Yeah.
And then I fully get in a new car without ABS, without traction control, without race lines on a new track. What do you expect?
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is, I've been generally sim racing longer, so this is just like a non-issue for me.
Yeah, I know.
Like I wouldn't even need the hour worth of practice, sort of level.
I need to practice with without the line. So that's what
Yeah,
I've got.
that's definitely something I recommend to you, because it's. I mean, back when I was driving with controller, I was driving with the racing line, but I don't see really the point in using the racing line. It's disabled by most leagues. It's just.
Yeah.
It's. And I feel like it's not helping really to actually find the fastest line for the track. You
But the
you
only
have an
rea-
easier time most of the time by finding braking markers and
Yeah. The only
by
reason why
looking at
I-
the delta. Yeah.
The only reason why I use my race line is for my braking zones. Further, I usually get off the line. I get a faster line than the original line. What is the next race? You know that.
Well, we haven't planned really anything. That's the thing. A lot of stuff isn't planned really. A lot of stuff was me basically deciding that, like, oh yeah, we could race this. We may do some more organized stuff. Like, the Team Iris is mainly an R-Factor 2 team. It's historically been that, and we've only recently like added a section for ACC to the Discord. If we might be able to put like something together, but it's like also there's so many different leagues in ACC.
Yeah.
It's just there's no end to like getting an oversight over them. And then like organizing a campaign for it, and then oftentimes like you give a league like 2 days and like the sign-ups are full for a race that is in like 2 months. That's
Yeah. By me, it was like, hey, you wanna join? Yeah, sure. Yeah, tomorrow. Oh, wait.
yeah. I mean, sign-ups for this were a lot earlier. It looks really weird on the car. It looks like the suspension collapsed on the front right.
Like I log up and it pops.
Yeah, the wheel at some point stops even spinning.
How the fuck did I do that?
I mean, I've seen someone blow an engine, so like...
Yeah. But this one, I never had this before.
Well, granted, that most cars have ABS, so like there could be a reason for just sheer destroying the tires for locking up. Now I am used to it in other sims driving cars without ABS, so when I came to this car, I didn't do that. But still, it's like, yeah, this was not a great decision.
No. Maybe if we are racing in the Ferrari with race lines, I was fast.
Yeah, even without the race lines, like I think any other GT4 would have been probably an easier time. This was not just a trial by fire, but just hell.
So, what gonna do now?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna switch clothes, perhaps take a shower, and then go down to dinner.
Okay.
I mean, that was kind of the plan that was gonna happen, because that's why I couldn't drive the entire race alone. But yeah, that's just.
Yeah, I'm so fucking frustrated that I fucked your race up.
It wasn't going particularly well on my end either. I mean, we were impending already one penalty coming in from me hitting that guy, and unfortunately I think we hit the same guy again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's the same car that I had a simultaneous spin with that you ended up hitting. It's unfortunate. I definitely apologize to them for both of them. They didn't deserve to be hit twice. Not like you could do much about that, but like the first one was definitely quite on me.
Yeah, I literally had a puncture.
Yeah, your wheel basically evaporated. Like it worked for a few corners and then it's just like it completely evaporated, and when you drove off there, the wheel didn't even turn anymore at that point. Like it was so dead, that tire. Yeah, I think what also didn't help is like I had moved the brake bias forward, so you were locking even more your front brakes. Well, that worked for me because it stopped the car over-rotating and I didn't get too much front locking. That really hurt you.
Yeah.
That was definitely noticeable. Yeah, my best guess is like it was the lockups destroying the tires.
Yeah, I know. Hitting too hard to brake.
It's just, it happens. I think ACC is significantly less forgiving on driving without ABS than like EC or other games. So this car is usually already quite hard.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Okay.
Is it competitive to the Porsche without the traction control?
The Porsche GT4, running the Porsche GT4 without TC or this car without TC?
Both.
The Porsche has had been nerfed in the past, so it's like it really depends on track. I feel like Maserati is very track dependent. The Porsche works on every track, but like, and also driver dependent. But the like I don't know if people actually run the Porsche GT4 without the Cayman without the traction control. I know people run the Alpine without it. I've definitely seen people do that.
The Alpine you see a lot more now.
Yeah, the Alpine has been historically strong. I've had a lot of run-ins while driving the Maserati with fights with Alpines which ends up incredibly interesting because they are very different cars and they have very different strengths. GT4 is a very interesting class in terms of like the cars are vastly different speeds in certain sections. Like there's massive top speed differences, there's massive cornering speed differences, but somehow they end up roughly with the same lap times with each other. And there's just no comparison in GT3. Like, sure, you have a car that is slow in the straight line, like, loses a few K, like, whatever. But, like, in GT4, it's like, an Alpine just gets murdered on a straightaway by a McLaren. Like, it has no chance in any world. But the Alpine just drives circles around it once the corner sections like come. It's a very interesting class in that sense. Right. Okay then. Well, I will hit up Loic, I guess, because I want.
Maybe we can sit down and you can learn me a bit of the tracks.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe the other guys could also help you.
Sorry?
Maybe the other guys could also help you because we've, as I said, we have added a ACC section to our Discord. Actually, I guess I can give you an invite, but I can't give you like the roles to get into the ACC section. So I think I will just hit up Loic and tell him, and it should be possible for you to join us.
Yeah, okay.
And then we'll
I want to be better, so.
Yeah, I think that can definitely be it. I mean, you as you say, you have quite a bit good pace in the Ferrari, and like
Yeah.
you also ran very well in the 3-hour race. So it's just, it was this car and being completely unprepared thrown into it. It's like, as I said, I don't think you've been, like, how long have you been sim racing?
Sim racing, like with a wheel, or
Yeah.
I think now for 2 years.
Okay. Because you're saying you haven't driven, like, Silverstone that much.
No, I don't like that track that much.
I see. Well. Right then, I see.
Alright, I speak to you then.
Yep. See you around.
Bye.
Maybe. Well, that wasn't quite the outcome I wanted. At all. Like 0 PSI puncture. It's like, right. I should end the stream, honestly. As I'm typing out everything. Right. Okay, let's end this. Oh, this was very unfortunate indeed. And you know, at least I know the conclusion. Right. He does fly a bit too much off the handle, frankly, although I hope he's not watching it, so I could go with all that. It's like, I feel like he flies, but like, that's a rich judgment coming from me, considering how hard I fly regularly off the handle. I'm not really afforded to say anything about that. Right. Unfortunately, I can't wave my foot because the tracking doesn't work, but, you know, I guess I can wiggle. This is so unfortunate. Yeah. It's like, it kind of painted itself off when he was struggling to get into the freaking 20s. The hope is that, like, he could, like, you know, just drive 17s or something and just get it over with. Like, it's just, he doesn't have any adapt, but like, he's been saying he's been racing for like 2 years, but like, that looks like someone who's been racing for a few weeks, unfortunately. Really deep over his head in this matter. Not familiar with stuff. I think in part he wanted to just like, I think the problem was definitely that, like, this looked to him that, like, yeah, he needed to participate else he doesn't get a chance. It's like, it was said, but, like, English isn't, he can speak clearly English, but, like, it's a bit more of a struggle for him than for someone like me. So it's like, and if native speakers miss on me certain messages, then, like, he has no chance, right? And most people are gonna perceive that this is basically a force, but like, it was a desperate cry from me for, like, you know, I've gotta throw something at it, and because I don't wanna just lose this seed, right? Because someone else could have driven in this slot if I had just withdrawn earlier. But unfortunately I didn't, right? And unfortunately it turns out that I should have just withdrawn anyway. Although I guess, you know, I got some entertainment to some people in the first half of the race, but like, it's fine. Right. At the end of the day, shit happens. I've done worse. It's fine. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, like, and also I've been, like, also struggling just to keep it together, you know? This is the weird thing with, like, having a complete mental breakdown recently. It's like, I didn't feel too shit about this. Probably because I wasn't the guy who retired the car. Right. It's like, that I generally lack empathy, I guess, and just have to reason empathy back into existence. So in this situation, it is quite hard for me to empathize with him. It is generally very hard to just get into this mindset of this position of being so far off the pace. Right? I mean, I was far off the pace, but it's just like, this is why I get frustrated at aliens, because it's like, this mountain to climb, because I'm up here already. And it's like an insurmountable odds that's coming up here. But if you're down here, what are you gonna do about this? Like, this... But I mean, some people look at that mountain and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna climb that. It's like, take that as a challenge. This is just difference for humans. It's like, this is like Dark Souls mountain. It's like, oh yeah, this is a stupidly high challenge. I've gotta climb this. Right? Because it is that mountain. They don't want this mountain. They want this one. They want it as large as possible. And that's just human beings being different. Right. I feel I've talked way more than I wanted. I had said that I needed it past 6 PM and we have it now nearly past 7. So it's like, I'm late. I was technically ordered that I should take a shower. So I should really get some stuff sorted here. And it's not like anybody's watching anyway. So let me finish my ramblings here. I don't know. I don't think I'm racing tomorrow. Yeah, right. I said the series that I was running tomorrow had been canned in the meantime. Yeah, that happened. I need to sort stuff out. Because my current racing schedule has dropped down to I have a bi-weekly series. This is not much, and frankly, I could use this to stream other things, but like, yeah, things have been falling apart pretty badly right now, and send help. Except that I've finished actually writing an Alpine a script to automate the install of Alpine Linux, and despite that, some systems really didn't like me doing that. But okay. Right. He couldn't just wait a minute. Hi, buddy.